Hello, welcome to Silent Footsteps. Do you have an answer to this theory? The group home smelled like bleach and boredom. Elara was escorted inside by a tired woman in a pantsuit who didn't look at her once during the ride. The building was plain, beige from the inside out, like it was trying to forget color had ever existed. The woman at the front desk didn't ask her name. She only handed her a key and said, "Room 6, lights out at 10. No touching anyone else's stuff." Elara was 13. She carried everything she owned in a plastic garbage bag that someone else had packed for her. She hadn't gotten to say goodbye to her brother. No one thought it was worth the risk. Not after the accusations. Not after the file was stamped with labels she didn't understand. Volatile, possibly abusive, emotionally disassociated. The room was cold. There were 2 twin beds. One was already taken by a girl with angry eyes and scars up her arm like tally marks. Elara nodded silently, placed her bag in the corner, and sat on the edge of her bed without removing her shoes. She didn't speak the first week. Other girls whispered about her. They said she was weird, that she talked to herself, that she had hurt her little brother. Elara never corrected them. What would be the point? They weren't trying to understand. They were trying to protect themselves from someone who didn't fit, someone they'd already decided was dangerous. She became a ghost. Not because she wanted to disappear, but because that's what everyone needed her to be. The staff forgot her name. Meals were passed without a glance. When things went missing, a staff member's earrings, a broken window, a girl's pill bottle, eyes turned toward her without hesitation. "Elara," a woman had said coldly, "did you know she was going to try that?" "No," Elara had whispered, "I didn't even talk to her." Her voice had cracked from disuse. The woman had written something down on a clipboard without replying. She started to draw again. At night, while the others cried or fought or whispered prayers into pillows, Elara sat cross-legged on the floor with a stolen pencil and a composition book. She sketched things she couldn't say out loud, mouths stitched shut, a girl buried in cement, a pair of eyes watching from behind a wall of mirrors. The drawings didn't make her feel better, but they made her feel. One day, a new staff member arrived, Miss Jana. She was young, with warm eyes and sleeves always rolled up like she was ready to help. She didn't treat Elara like a ticking bomb. She didn't flinch when their eyes met. "I saw your drawings," Jana said one afternoon, kneeling beside her. "Would you show me more?" Elara hesitated, then slowly handed her the notebook. Jana flipped through the pages without a word. Her fingers paused on a sketch of a girl sitting in a dark corner, her eyes wide and hollow. "This," Jana said softly, "this is powerful. You have a gift, Elara." Elara didn't respond. But, something inside her cracked, just a little. A sliver of warmth leaked in through the cold walls she'd spent years building. For 3 weeks, Jana spoke to her every day, asked questions, listened. She brought her tea when she had nightmares and sat with her in silence when words were just too heavy. And then, Jana stopped coming. No goodbye, no explanation. "She quit," another staff member muttered. "Don't get attached to people in this place, kid." That night, Elara tore her drawings into pieces and fed them into the sink. She watched them melt beneath the stream of cold water until they were nothing but pulp and ink bleeding down the drain. A month later, a social worker told her she had a foster placement. "They've got a farm," the woman said with practiced cheer. "Good people. Looking for a quiet girl. Sounds like a good fit, right?" Elara didn't nod. She didn't speak. The house was an hour from town, surrounded by fields of brittle grass and broken fences. The woman who opened the door was tall, with lips pressed into a straight, joyless line. No talking back, no phone. "You eat what's made. You work before school, after school, weekends too. Understand?" "Yes, ma'am," Elara said. She was 14. Her bedroom was a concrete basement with a cot and a single bare bulb overhead. No blankets. The stairs creaked every time someone came down, and there were no windows to climb out of. But the worst part wasn't the room. It was the man who came with it. The foster father smelled like oil and cheap beer. He didn't speak to her at first, just stared. Elara kept her eyes down, tried not to breathe too loudly. Then one night he came into the basement. She woke to the sound of his footsteps, slow, measured. He sat beside her on the cot, his weight tilting the frame, and placed a hand on her shoulder. "You owe me," he slurred. "We keepin' you. You could be on the street." His hand slid lower. Elara didn't scream. She didn't cry. She waited until he left, then curled into herself so tightly she thought her bones might break from the pressure. She didn't sleep again for days. When the social worker came for a monthly check, Elara sat perfectly still in the kitchen, hands folded. "How's it going here?" the woman asked. Elara looked at her, opened her mouth, and said fine, because she knew the truth now. The system didn't rescue girls like her, it recycled